What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about Expendables 2. I made a video on the first Expendables. I said that it was a pretty average movie, basically. I enjoyed it. I basically said that there was no plot, and there really wasn't. I mean, there is, but you didn't really need to pay attention to it. Luckily, the sequel, in my opinion, improves on everything the initial one did. There was also one thing that I left out of the first review of the first Expendables, and that was that the first half of the movie felt extremely tame as far as violence went, and then the second half of the movie felt like it was just a different movie altogether. Like, all of a sudden there was blood, there was gore. Luckily, this movie is very even throughout with that type of stuff, and the action is a lot more paced, where there isn't just a ton of slow ass scenes. There's some amazing scenes in this movie. There's a scene at the beginning with Jet Li in a pan. I love sound effects, so it was very funny. There's a lot of references in this movie, a absolute fuck ton of references to other people's movies. Terry Crews literally says to Arnold Schwarzenegger, "If I don't get this back, your ass is terminated." Like, could you be any more on the nose? I fucking love it. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I really like this movie. I really do. A lot better than the first. I'm really happy with that, because when I bought like a 3-movie collection of the Blu-ray, because it was only $10 for 3 movies. Like, I thought, okay, can't go wrong. I love dumb action. But the first one was like, okay, I thought it was actually going to be better, which I don't usually come out of movies, saying that, especially ones that I have low expectations for going in. But this one was just better. Like, I had more focus on the characters itself, and didn't really worry about the plot this time, where it felt like the first one was driven by a plot that was non-existent. This did a lot better. Like I said, it was brutal throughout. There were a lot of heads flying off, fucking decapitations, all types of shit everywhere. There's another cool opener. It's a really cool opening scene. Again, the only thing I don't like is I thought that Jason Statham, I said in the first review that there was a basketball scene where Jason Statham beats up a bunch of dudes because the one dude beat his girlfriend when she cheated on him. And I thought that he just dumped her, basically, because he said, "You should have waited for me. I'm worth it." But no, he's back with her at the beginning, and spoiler alert, just thank God they didn't follow through with it. But at the end of the movie, he fucking dumps her. So that's good. I did not think that Jason Statham would be the type of... I mean, they're basically playing themselves. Come on. That's not the way that shit works. So I'm glad that he dumped her ass at the end. Fuck that bitch, for cheating on him. But anyway, you got Thor's brother in this movie, Liam Hemsworth. Really enjoyed him. Thought he was very, very good in this movie. And he's actually a big part of the plot, as far as just... well, maybe not as far as involvement necessarily, but he is there, and he's a big part of it as far as what drives everybody. It's pretty cool. I like him in this movie. Bruce Willis mad equals plot. That's basically it. That's the bottom line with the plot in this movie. That's literally what I wrote on my notes. I wrote, Bruce Willis mad equals plot. So they kind of sum up the first plot of this movie in a plane between Sylvester and Bruce. And they're talking, and he basically explains the whole plot of the first movie, which I was like, okay. But to me, it felt like they were acknowledging that the initial story was very muddled, and it didn't really have a clear focus. So they did that, and then Bruce Willis said, basically, if you don't do this, I'm going to kill you. So that's the plot. That's the movie. You keep on going, and then, again, this is a spoiler review, 100% at this point it is. At the end of the movie, Bruce Willis is running around teaming up with the guys. It's a 100% character shift that I love, because then you get to see him teaming up with everybody. But it felt so weird. And I also feel like maybe Bruce Willis phones it in at the end a little bit. I don't know, his lines felt kind of flat. Like, early in the movie, he's really mad and has a brooding look and is making me laugh. And I thought it was really cool. And then late in the movie, he's like, "Oh, did you look at that? Oh." Shit like that. It was funny, but I thought, I don't know, I just figured I'd call that out a little bit. But being an actor is fucking hard, so I ain't gonna act like I could do any better. Jean-Claude Van Damme, especially since fucking Bruce Willis is amazing. He's fucking David Dunn. I ain't talking shit. But Jean-Claude Van Damme is in this movie. He's awesome. Fucking love him. There's a couple CGI scenes I did not like very much, but they were kind of obvious. But outside of that, didn't really mind. Chuck fucking Norris is in this movie. It's amazing. He comes up and he's like... I think he said, "I got bit by a rattlesnake, and after 3 or 4 agonizing days of pain, the rattlesnake died," or some shit, the cobra died, some shit like that. It's fucking amazing. I love it. The final battle of this movie is amazing because everybody's teaming up and ripping off jokes about the other person's franchise. I think Arnold said, "I'll be back," and he's like, "No, you're already back. I'll be back." And that was what Bruce Willis said. And they cut back to Arnold, and he goes, "Yippee-ki-yay." It's so on the nose, and I fucking love it. Jason Statham is the fucking greatest ever in this movie, though, man. He's amazing. I fucking love Jason Statham. He went full Assassin's Creed. If they ever decide to reboot Assassin's Creed, make another movie, and really make it like the games, make it like the first game. Make it Altair. Make Jason Statham Altair. That is ultimate fan casting. I'm just saying. I think he would be perfect. Altair is pretty stoic. He doesn't say a lot. He's very, like, within himself. He does have relationships with people, and he opens up with them. But, like, his fucking wife, I think Maria is what her name was. But he would be perfect. And he went full Assassin's Creed mode in this movie. He was amazing in this movie. And he whoops fucking so much ass without getting a scratch on him. Jason Statham is easily the best part of this movie. Another very good part of this movie is the Stallone versus Van Damme fight at the end. I felt like Jean-Claude Van Damme showed up for a good part at the beginning, and then maybe 2/3 in, and he just disappeared, and then he came back at the end. I kind of missed him, but then I was like, oh yeah, you're in this movie. Cool. But, you know, he's doing his Jean-Claude Van Damme thing. That was cool. I really like that fight. Like I said, references out the fucking ass. Pacing is good, a lot better than the first. Ultimately, the pacing is just a lot better than the first. You could argue it's not great pacing, but I felt it was broken up pretty evenly with all the action scenes. I really enjoyed it. Ultimately, this movie is way, way better than the first, and they also ditched the girl from the first movie. They basically say, you don't exist. They never even mention her. They don't even talk about her unless... I watched this with my dad, and we talked over a few scenes, but not much. We usually shut up when people are talking. Unless I miss something, they do not mention that chick from the first movie that was really stupid. She stayed in the same place and got her dad killed. It's fucking... Because her fucking dad was ready to kill the dude, and then she was there because she decided to stay when she didn't, and she got used as like, you can't kill me, I have your daughter. And then he killed him. Anyway... I'm really glad that they ditched her because she was the most annoying in the first movie. Overall, I talked way longer about this movie than I thought I would, but this is a really, really fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot better than the first. Like I said, if you're going to watch an Expendables movie, I have not watched 3 yet. Keep that in mind. Maybe 3 is better than 2. But if you have to choose between watching the first and second one all the way. Jason Statham he does way more stuff in this movie. I felt like he didn't do anything in the previous, maybe a few things, but he was basically just there to, spout out one-liners with Sylvester. But this movie, he actually did shit and had some amazing scenes. Like I said, Assassin's Creed-esque scenes. Loved it. Really good movie, man. Definitely recommend it. This is one definite recommend. The first one, I can't remember what my actual verdict was, whether I said if I recommended it or not. But the first one, I guess I do if you just like those people. I think that's what I said. If you like those people, you're going to enjoy the movie. Same with this one, but this actually has... it understands that it doesn't really need a plot. We just want people. We want more people to show up. Chuck fucking Norris, like I said, showed up in this movie. It's amazing. Lundgren's really good in this movie. Couldn't leave him out. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Like I said, I definitely recommend this movie. Expendables, good movie. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to look out for the next one. And as always, I'm out. Peace.